But so this is our first apologetics class, and our goal is to strengthen your confidence in the truth of Christianity and to equip you to defend your faith with gentleness and respect. Do any of you have a Bible on you? Can one of you pull up 1 Peter 3:15? While you're pulling that up, this is going to be a weekly class. The intended format initially, it can change over time. We can figure out what makes sense for us. But the intended format is going to be that we will start with a 20 to 30 minutes like presentation of content, and then we'll spend 20 to 30 minutes discussing whatever was presented, just in a very open discussion. And then we'll have the last 5 minutes wrapping up on like logistics, what's happening next week, things like that. That's at least how we're going to start. If that ends up not serving our purpose well, then we'll modify it as we need to. Anyone got that verse for me?
Did you say 1 Peter 3:15?
1 Peter 3:15.
But in your hearts honor Christ the Lord as holy, always being prepared to make a defense to anyone who asks you for a reason for the hope that is in you. Yet do it with gentleness and respect.
I like that your translation actually says defense, because some translations don't. That word defense in 1 Peter 3:15 is the Greek word apologos. It's where the term apologetics comes from. So when you hear the term, you might hear it and think, it sounds like you're teaching people how to apologize. But it means you're teaching how to give a defense. What I really want to emphasize, and I hope that we can do well in this class, is what I think most apologists forget, which is the second half of that verse. Yet do it with gentleness and respect. I think in our culture it's less over the last decade, but prior to that, for about 30 years, apologists were making a great reputation for being verbal bullies, for being able to rip apart arguments without any care or concern for the person who was making them. And I don't believe that's a very useful tactic. I think that it has the potential to bring people to the Lord, because the Lord can use anything. And it might be optimal when you're in a public debate in front of thousands of people, but it is certainly not optimal when you're having a conversation with someone who actually holds the beliefs. So we're going to give an emphasis on with gentleness and respect. So why does apologetics matter? If it's a defense of the faith, why does that matter? Well, I would say the goal of apologetics is not to win a fight and to prove somebody wrong, as much as it's actually to remove barriers to make it possible for people to believe.